stop every 20 minutes. Diaper.
What is up, Momos? Welcome back to my channel. We're back in the car.
Hey, Popos.
And we have a special guest with us, my husband. What was that? And today we're going to be doing a Q&A about baby stuff. We're currently on a little bit of a road trip because we're going, where are we going, babe?
We are, so it's kind of my Father's Day gift.
Yes.
First Father's Day, let's go.
Yes.
We're heading to Indianapolis for a sports card show. I'm very excited about. I got my trading cards in the back seat. I got some cash. It's gonna be a big one. We'll see what happens. And Morgan is along for the ride and she's gonna see some friends.
Anywho, thought on the drive we could answer some questions about baby.
Let's do it.
I asked you guys on Instagram to send me in some questions, so let's get to it. But first, subscribe to this channel if you haven't, because, why, babe?
Because we make videos on our pregnancy journey and what it's gonna be like once little baby Luca's here.
No, my slogan is because why not?
Oh.
Alright, let's get to it. Alright, first question. Do you and hubby have a number of kids you desire? I hate this question, and yet I'm asking. Babe, what's your thoughts?
All right, time to get a little more serious. You just want me to be completely real?
Yes.
This is something that it does pop up in my mind, and I guess I'm just kind of like, for whatever reason, and I'm sure there's a number of reasons, I'm like content with one. Mm-hmm. I'm content with one kid, and part of me is like, let's just, like, God, let's just do one. But then it's like, why am I asking that? Mm-hmm. Lord, have your way in our family. Give us as many kids as you want. And I'm confident that every single kid, whether it's 1 or 20.
Oh, please don't be 20, Lord, please.
But is going to be just an immense blessing, as the Bible says. So have your way, Lord.
Yeah, we don't really talk about like, oh, we want 4 kids, because I think like when we decided that we were just gonna let the Lord plan our family, that was just like, it's up to God. We don't really know, like, oh, would it be nice to have 2 to 4 kids? Sure, but like, it's up to the Lord. And yeah, I don't know if there's something like in Paul and I both that just feel like this is gonna be our only one. I don't know if I'll be sad after like a few years and be like, no, like, Lord, please, I want more. Or if I'll just be content with this. I don't know. We'll see how the first one goes.
We'll see how this one goes.
Let's just focus on, you know, giving birth to this guy first before we talk about the next one.
Fair. That's fair.
Everyone loves to do that. Do you hope he will physically take after you or Paul?
Oh, man. We're about to get down to it.
Well, I'm a woman, so I hope he doesn't look too much like me.
He's a woman!
Because...
Mulan.
Yes. Because I, you know, want him to look masculine. So, there's that. But no, like, you know, it would be really cute and sweet if I could... What?
No, it's just funny.
If I could look at him and be like, oh, he has my nose, or whatever.
Let's say Morgan's nose, Morgan's teeth, Morgan's hair, Morgan's eyes.
Okay.
No, hopefully it'll be a nice mixture of both and we see both of us in him. I think that'll just be adorable.
Yeah. So cute. I hope he gets Paul's jawline. That'll help him get a wife one day.
Oh, wow. Let's go.
Alright, next question. Do you plan on breastfeeding? Have you been educating yourself on breastfeeding? Babe? Do you?
So Morgan has been educating herself on breastfeeding, and I think that's going to be very helpful.
Yes, I do plan on breastfeeding. I'm hoping that I can just, like, that is my goal, is to just solely breastfeed for a long time. And yes, I have been reading the book, The Womanly Art of Breastfeeding. It's an older book, but it's really good. I need to read more of it because I haven't read it all, but I've also just like watched some videos and tips. And also my chiropractor's office, they have like a lactation consultant that I'll probably see within the first few days of baby boy being born, because I just want to make sure that I'm doing it right. It's not supposed to hurt, just FYI ladies, if like breastfeeding is hurting, it's not supposed to hurt. So,
and this is not the video for discussing the validity of chiropractors. This is not the video.
Will you baptize him as a baby or when he is older?
That was a hearty laugh. Morgan laughs. Morgan has got one of the heartiest laughs. I think Morgan and I both believe in baptisms when the human being, when the individual can decide, I want this. Fine if you want to baptize as a baby, but I think that for us, the meaningful one is them participating in that and even making that decision.
And why the heck am I going to sprinkle him with water as a baby? That makes no sense to
Come
me.
here, little guy. Salvation!
Yeah, no, we're not about that life.
I mean, isn't that what the Catholics do?
Yes, and Methodists and
Baptists? Do Baptists?
And maybe Baptists.
I mean, I know Baptists put a very big emphasis on baptism, but I'm not sure if they do infant.
Yeah, I mean, we go to a Southern Baptist church and they don't believe in that. As you become parents, what are you most excited for and what's your biggest fear? And don't forget to get off of this exit.
Thank you.
Well, also, I'm sorry that this is such a shaky vlog. I'm like, I'm doing my best. So, I don't know really like what my biggest fear is. I guess I just don't want to fail him.
I'm not worried about that.
I want to, I don't know. I don't want to fail him.
That's interesting. Is that really something, or like, is that really something you think about, is failing our kid?
Yeah, you know, it's not something I like think about all the time or anything, but I just think like, man, God, like, I need you to just lead me in parenting because I really have no idea what the heck I'm doing. And you're the best parent, way better than I am. And so just like help Paul and I discern how to raise our child. Yeah, I think one thing that I think about is just like this idea of like, what if like he falls into the ways of the world? Like that's scary to think about. It's sad to think about. Like, you know, we can only do so much, and then he has to decide that he wants to walk with Jesus. And so, yeah, just pray that he decides that he wants to walk with Jesus for the rest of his life.
But we are going to, as parents, be putting biblical principles and biblical rules as his authority figure and as his Christian authority figures. We're going to, you know,
Definitely.
that's how we are going to raise our son.
Yeah.
It's not going to be one of those, he just gets to choose whatever he wants from age 3.
Heck
like,
no.
we're going to be parental authorities.
Yes. What am I most excited for? What are you most excited for, babe?
I don't know about most excited for, but maybe this is just like a smaller thing that I'm looking forward to, is just getting to do fun things with a child that I really enjoyed growing up. That as you transition into an adult, you don't take part in as much.
Yes.
So yeah, taking him on vacations, taking him on trips, going to the zoo, going to sporting events.
Yeah, that'll be really fun. I am also excited for that.
Yeah, taking him out to eat to fun restaurants.
Yes. Maybe this is TMI, but thoughts on circumcision?
Snippity snippity snap. Off comes the cap.
Oh my goodness.
What?
like I'm trying to think and decide on if I even want to share what we're going to do, because I'm like, this is like my son's private parts. Do I really want that to be out in the public?
True.
For like, is he gonna, like, when he's 15 years old, be like, Mom, why did you share with the world that I'm blah blah
With millions.
and I'm like, sorry buddy.
That is none of y'all's business.
So yes, I think that we will just hold off on sharing that with the world. If he gets to an age and we still have our YouTube channels and he wants to share with you all, we'll let him do that. But I just think that that's a private thing for him to keep to himself and us.
We're not talking. You can't make us.
You can't make us. Sorry. But who knows? I might, spill the beans in a video one day on accident. So, yeah. Let's just say do your research. Next question. Was it hard for you projecting yourself as a boy mama when you always thought you'd first be a girl mama? And dad, because you thought you were going to be a girl dad.
I did.
I had one day where I mourned. And then I just got really excited and was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to have a little boy. And like, I was a nanny for 10 years, and anytime I nannied boys, like, it was always just so much fun. And the last kid that I nannied before I kind of retired from nannyhood was a little boy, a little toddler. I think I had him from when he was 1 to 3 or 1 to 4, and he was so sweet, and I have some of the sweetest little memories with him, so I just can't wait to have those with my son. What about you, babe? Was it hard to imagine yourself as a boy dad?
It was not. I will say, kind of like you, there was a little part of me, and even though my emotional state tends to not be as vibrant and robust as yours in my responses.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, it was kind of like, man, a little girl. I was, in my mind, so expectant that it was going to be a little girl, and that was just going to be so cute and sweet, but it's just going to be different, and it's going to be awesome.
Yes.
Love you, Luca.
We love you,
I'm not
Luca.
sad that it's a boy and not a girl.
No. What will you do if Luca decides he doesn't want to follow Christ? Okay, ready. The drama in this guy. Who knew that I was marrying such a dramatic man? He says his emotions aren't as intense as mine. Yeah, flipping right. Oh, great. Well, I think that how old is he? Is he still living under our roof? Because if he is, that's fine. He can say he doesn't want to follow Christ, but he's going to follow our rules in our household. And then when he turns 18, he can go on and do his thing.
You're coming to church with us, young man.
Yeah. But hopefully that's just not the case. But obviously, if that is what he decides, we will be in prayer for his heart and his soul.
Very hopeful that he returns.
It'll be a prodigal son story.
That he returns to the faith. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Okay. So yes, that will be what we do. And I'll cry every night.
Or not to cry.
Alright, next question. Setting boundaries for newborn baby with family. No kiss, baths, feeding, pictures, etc. So Paul and I haven't necessarily sat down and talked about this, although I have mentioned one thing to him a few times, of just that, like, within the first few months, specifically the first month of Luca being born, I do not want anyone kissing him except for me or Paul. And that's just because his immune system is still getting stronger, and lots of germs and blah blah blah. So even my own family, our families, I just don't want
gets a little older, I think that a lot of it will just have to be trial and error. If it feels like, man, one of our sets of parents is overstepping in certain ways and they are having conversations with Luca that it's like, no, we want to be having those conversations, or we want to wait till he's older before we start broaching that topic, and they continue to do it, we're going to have some serious talks.
Yes.
If they try to insist that Santa Claus is real to them, might have to have a serious talk. You know who you are. You know who you are. Love you guys.
My family knows that we are going to be telling our baby boy that Santa is not real. So yeah, they don't love that, but they respect it.
He can still have fun with his cousins.
Yes, that don't exist right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as far as other boundaries, like Paul said, I feel like it'll just kind of be us having to figure it out as we go. There's no one in my family, my immediate family or Paul's immediate family, that I wouldn't trust to, like, come watch him, bathe him, put him to bed, like, stuff like that. Yeah. And as far as pictures go, like, we're the ones with the platforms in our families, so they can take as many pictures as they want. We'll have to then decide how much we post of him, but yeah. Next question. Da da da. Are y'all prepared for losing sleep? So, I'm not gonna lie. This is something that before I got pregnant, I was nervous about with this guy. As he's yawning.
I could use a nap.
I was like a little nervous because Paul loves to sleep. And don't get me wrong, I also love my sleep. But the difference between us is like, I can thrive or survive off of 4 hours of sleep. This guy would be a wreck. So then, as I've been pregnant and stuff, I'm like, alright, he'll figure it out, whatever, we'll figure it out, we'll get on a schedule. If he needs to take a nap, luckily he can do that at some point during the day, but yeah, I don't know, we'll figure it out.
I mean, it's like, there's so many different times in life when maybe we have certain skill sets and certain weaknesses, and we're just faced with like, I'm gonna have to step up, I'm gonna have to figure this out, even though it's not part of my skill set. And having a baby is going to bring out a number of those things of like, we're not great in this area, I like getting X amount of sleep, and suddenly I'm not. I may have to start drinking coffee again. I haven't drank caffeinated coffee in years, so I may have to pick that up a little bit, do a little half calf. I don't want to. Maybe I'll have to.
Yep, we'll see. Alright, you guys, well, that was a fun little Q&A.
That was fun.
I'm nervous about this road trip because I have to pee a lot these days, and I'm just like, I should have worn a diaper or something because we're never going to get there.
That probably would have been a smart move.
I should have brought one of Luca's little baby diapers.
Diaper this woman. Making a stop every 20 minutes. Diaper.
Hey. Alright, guys. Love ya. Thanks for hanging out with us on this fun little road trip. We'll see you again very soon.
Good hanging out with you guys.
Comment below, let us know, did any answer remarks surprise you?
Are you planning on doing it the same or different?
Also give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to join the mobile journey, because why not?